The Judgment Day is literally everywhere. It has been in the main event of Raw for God knows how many weeks now. It has been conquering NXT, and it has also started to make appearances on SmackDown. However, the spotlight the group has been getting is completely justified. The group was created mainly to showcase the true talent of the underutilized superstars in the company, and this idea has truly paid off. I'll even go as far as to say that the stable is even bigger than the bloodline right now. Yes, you heard me right. This never used to be the case, but things are different now than they were last year. The company has gone through massive changes, but one thing is crystal clear. The Judgment Day won't be going anywhere anytime soon. So today, let's see why the Judgment Day has earned the spotlight it has been getting. Let's get into it. It all began in 2022 when Edge wanted an opponent for WrestleMania 38. To everyone's delight, the challenge was answered by none other than the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. The match was set between the two, and it was something fans asked for ever since Edge came out of retirement in 2020. During the road to WrestleMania, Edge turned heel and completely revitalized his persona. He changed his theme music and the way he would deliver his promos. It is to be noted that Edge began cutting promos cryptically, using intellectual wordings. The fans were confused, but this is Edge we're talking about. He isn't your average superstar that the company won't have solid plans for. There had to be a reason behind his cryptic promos, and we had to wait till WrestleMania to find out more. By the time we got to the match itself, Edge and AJ Styles tore the house down. Before AJ could have got the win, Damian Priest showed up at ringside. He just stood there silently, and AJ was confused like the rest of us. Edge capitalized on this and got the win. Damian went on to join forces with Edge, and the Judgment Day was born. Before this, Damian had no clear direction. He had lost his United States Championship to Finn Balor and was tired of getting no positive reaction from the fans. Damian needed this more than anyone else, and he would have thrived under the leadership of Edge. AJ wanted a rematch, and he got his wish at WrestleMania Backlash. Poor AJ couldn't catch a break, as he was cost his match once again by a masked superstar. The superstar turned out to be Rhea Ripley, another superstar who wasn't pushed by the company. The stable was on its way to becoming the stuff of legend, but there came a minor hiccup in the way. After defeating the team of AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Liv Morgan in a 6-person mixed tag team match at Hell in a Cell, the Judgment Day continued its journey of dominance. At least for Edge, that journey was short-lived. On the Raw after the Premium Live event, the Judgment Day came out, and Damian introduced the newest member of the stable, Finn Balor. Damian explained how he had talked with Finn after that 6-person tag team match at Hell in a Cell, and Finn was on board with joining the stable. Damian continued his promo by putting over Edge as an excellent leader and told everyone that he and Rhea have learned a lot from the rated R superstar. Damian highlighted the most important thing Edge taught the group, which is to shed their weaknesses and limitations. Damian and Rhea then would let us know that the group's biggest weakness is none other than Edge. Damian, Rhea, and Finn beat the ever-living hell out of Edge and kicked him out of the group. While the segment was effective, it clearly made no sense. Edge's purpose of starting the group was mainly to bring up the underutilized stars to the main card, so how on earth he was the weak link? We would eventually find out a few days later that WWE wanted to give the stable some sort of a supernatural touch. If we know anything about Vince and his crazy ideas, that means he wanted to add theatrics to the stable. Edge knew this would have never worked, and when he wasn't on board with this idea, the creative decided that it would be best for Edge to leave the group. However, Vince's sudden retirement ended up being a blessing in disguise for the group in the long run. With Triple H helming the creative department of the company, things looked optimistic for the Judgment Day, and it was pretty obvious considering Finn, Damian, and Rhea were all Triple H's beloved superstars when they were killing it in the black and gold days of NXT. Triple H wasted no time in making the stable as big of a threat as possible. The stable began feuding with the Mysterios, and Finn tried hard to recruit Dominic Mysterio. The Judgment Day was always about a group of stars who had been looked down upon by the management. In Finn's eyes, Dominic was a perfect fit in the group. Yes, he was likable, but he was still under the shadow of his legendary father. Soon, Edge returned at SummerSlam last year and cost the Judgment Day its match against the Mysterios. Edge was looking to finish what he started by teaming up with Rey to take on the Judgment Day at Clash at the Castle. Dominic was livid at his father for choosing Edge over him. Rey told Dominic that he needed Edge's veteran experience, and Dominic took that personally. At the event, Rey and Edge defeated the Judgment Day, but the stable still ended up victorious in the long run. Dominic turned on his father and joined the faction, something Finn and Damian had wanted. To say Dominic is great as a heel would be an understatement. He has been thriving as a heel. The reaction he is getting from the crowd every week is second to none. Finn continued his rivalry with Edge, and both ended up having an I Quit match at Extreme Rules. The match saw interferences from Rey Mysterio and Edge's wife, Beth Phoenix. The match was thrilling in the last few minutes. After getting rid of Rey, Damian and Dominic take hold of Edge. Finn forced Edge to quit, or Rhea would have demolished Beth with a con chair too. Edge quit, but Rhea ended up taking out Beth anyway. The match couldn't have been booked better. By the time we got to WrestleMania season this year, Finn resumed his rivalry with Edge. Dominic began his feud with his father, and Rhea was living her dream as the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble match. At WrestleMania, Rey defeated Dominic in probably the best storyline-driven match of the weekend. Rhea had an all-time classic with Charlotte and won the Women's World Championship. Edge and Demon Finn Balor decimated each other inside Hell in a Cell, with Edge coming out on top. While he may not have been at WrestleMania, Damian Priest ended up having a fantastic match with Bad Bunny at Backlash in Puerto Rico this year. JD McDonough's quest to join the stable has been a treat for the fans every week on Raw. The group then went on to accumulate gold. Damian won the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Dominic is the current NXT North American champion. Finn had an excellent feud with Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, but couldn't get the job done. However, he and Damian did win the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship from Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at Payback after feuding with them for a couple of months. They later dropped them to Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso at Fastlane. Despite losing the titles, the success that this stable has had in a span of just 1 year speaks volumes. Let's see what the Judgment Day has done for its members. Finn finally feels like a top guy, and it took him several years to get to this point. Damian and Rhea's careers have been resurrected, and they have been more confident than ever. Many thought that Dominic should have spent time in NXT when he first debuted, but Triple H has made Dominic one of the best heels in the business. The group was always about resurrecting undervalued talent, and the company has succeeded in doing so. Other than capturing championships, the Judgment Day has been moving the needle. They have been a major reason why Raw and NXT have seen an increase in the ratings. It's no wonder why the company has showcased the stable in almost every main event of Raw in the last few months. Every member of the team stands out on their own, and this is what makes them special. Whenever the group is on TV, you know something's important about to happen. Finn, Dominic, and Damian have helped in improving the tag team division for the most part. Rhea's work against male superstars is reminiscent of when China was working with DX, and it feels refreshing. What are the names that come up when you think of the best stables ever? It might be NWO, DX, Evolution, The Shield, or The New Day. In just 1 year, the Judgment Day has realistically made a case to be considered in the top 10 greatest factions of all time. If the company continues to book the Judgment Day as the centerpiece of the show, the stable could end up being in the top 5. For sure, If you enjoyed today's video, you might want to check out our video on why LA Knight is the next big thing in WWE. Make sure to subscribe for more.